Now, what we're doing for the next few months is with our lead person, Courtney Perry. She is our entrepreneur, Black business owner that is sharing the spotlight with some of Black women business owners in our community, and just increasing our awareness of women that are in our community that have a business, so that we can support them, we can share information. And so Courtney, before you begin, why don't you just kind of briefly give us your little bio too, so that there may be some women on here that need a refresher on how great you are. So update us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I first want to let you guys know that the Iowa Juneteenth information is all on the website. I'll put that in the information in the chat for you, but the nominations for all of the awards, there's 8 awards that are available for you to nominate people. Tickets are available for the banquet. Sponsorship is still available. All those things are on the website, and let you know the dates. The gospel event is now available. It'll be at Hoyt Sherman this year. It's a free event. So stay up to date with all of that on the website for Iowa Juneteenth, because we are super excited. We got a lot of things that are going on, and we can't wait to reveal this. Huge thing that we have been working on. So we will definitely make sure the NAACP stays up to date. Of course, I'm Courtney Perry. I am owner of Privacy LLC. I started my business back in about 2018, and October 2018, just got an opportunity from a friend to to help out with his event, Barber Expo, and I just fell in love. I was already in my dead-end job and needed to find a way out where my next passion was going to be. Kid was graduated from high school off to college, so I ventured off to be an event coordinator. And in the midst of that, learning everything, my business consulting with other small businesses who needed to start their business and excel their businesses flourished, and then as well as the mentorship program. When COVID hit, that was supposed to be my takeoff, but unfortunately I had to shut down my events, and I birthed my other company, Lady Lex Scented Candles, where I was making and whipping up wax in the basement. And not knowing what I was actually getting myself into, it actually turned into quite a prosperous journey of actually providing products that actually are targeted toward mental health and helping people who battle with depression, anxiety, and stress, as well as, giving great aroma in your space. But just doing that research, it really allowed me to really find a way to market this product and help others. I do wholesale. Of course, you guys, we did a group of candles for banquet last year. Gosh, I can't even believe it was last year. But anytime you guys have an organization or an event that you're looking for to give a special gift, it doesn't always have to be a candle. It can be a small lotion. It can be a room spray or anything like that. And I create the cut scent that is directly targeted toward your event. So it doesn't have to be the same. It will never be the same as someone else's. So that's just a little bit about me. Now, who we're going to be discussing today is a dear friend of mine. We met in school, and we was going to college way back. Okay, y'all. Criminal justice was both of our degree fields. And when I met Cameron, she was just open and she was full of joy. She gave me direction and she uplifted me in times when I was like, okay, I don't know which way I'm going to go, but I know what I want to do. And then, we graduated from school and we still kept that bond and we connected, and everything that she has done, she has rise to the top. And I mean, that was in her job. It was in her personal life. It has been, every hobby she has turned into a career and just reached the top. So today she is going to be discussing all of her endeavors, and I would like to introduce to you Cameron Dawson.
Great evening, everyone. Courtney, am I able to share my screen for my presentation?
Victoria will help you with that.
Okay.
Yep. Give me half a second here. I want to make sure it's enabled for you.
Sure. As she's doing that, my name is Cameron Dawson. I am originally from Decatur, Illinois, I moved to Des Moines, Iowa in 1993, right in time for the flood. I always tell people, you know, I called home and told my mom, listen, you don't realize how important water is until you don't have it, right? So it's been 6 years, a little bit over 6 years ago, I had a dear friend reach out to me, and she asked me about going to Punta Cana, up to Punta Cana, with her and a couple other ladies. Now, I'll be very transparent. I didn't know what Punta Cana was, didn't know where it was at, nor did I have a passport. So I actually went, and let me tell you, that was the start of a whole new journey for me. As Courtney mentioned, we met in school, and I've done like Pampered Chef, but travel for me is just absolutely life. So went on that trip, stepped off that plane, and promised myself that I would never allow my passport to collect dust, because that's a whole different world out there. And I felt like I have missed out on so much. So a couple months later, a friend introduced me to the travel business that I'm currently in. And let me tell you, it completely changed my life. So I'm going to share a brief presentation with you ladies. Bring this up here. And there's two parts to it, but I'm just going to talk about the travel today. Again, I heard someone mention time, and that's definitely something that we keep in mind as well. All right, so tonight I want you to imagine having financial freedom, personal freedom, and time freedom. If you had all three of these, what would that do for you or your family? So financial freedom, what comes to mind for me is going up to a cash register at a grocery store, right? And you got that card out. And I know for me, I'm praying, Jesus, 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 please let it go through, let it go through, let it go through, right? The worst feeling ever. But now it's a whole different story. So when I think of financial freedom, that's what that means to me. And then personal freedom. I'm not sure how many of you have a full-time job, but I know I do. And I do not like that I have to always go and ask for permission to take time off, the time that I worked hard for, right? So this business is allowing me the opportunity to say yes to me all the time because I'm my own boss. And then time freedom. I always tell everybody, we all know how much money we have in the bank, but we truly do not know how much time we have left on this earth. So what would those three freedoms do for you? So today I just wanted to show you how to design your ideal life, how to earn more, travel more, save more, and experience more. And you can do this by building a strong network where you can embrace and empower yourself as well as others with unlimited income opportunity. And then benefit from e-commerce where you can work from anywhere and at any time, no inventories, no quotas. And then just become a travel professional where you can earn travel commissions and learn the secrets of a travel professional. So who are we? We are Planet Marketing. We are an online business provider based in Atlanta, Georgia. We are a 7-year-old company with reps in over 20 countries. And that gentleman there on the right-hand side, that is Donald Bradley. He is our Planet Marketing founder and CEO. And he makes sure that he has a solid company leadership. He has the best of the best. Andy Cawthon below is our president and CFO. He has decades of executive management training. And then Leanne Treckler, she's our COO. She's our favorite girl because she's the one that makes sure that we get paid. And a majority of the time is 2 days in advance. So who do we market? We market InteleTravel. We are based in Delray Beach, Florida. We have accreditations and certifications from CLIA to the ARC to the Better Business Bureau recognized for excellence. And we are the leading innovator in travel over 30+ years. Let me share with you, with this business, in the last 2 months, we have added at least 1,000 business partners within a matter of 3 days, 4 days, 10 days, 6 days. So it's growing drastically. And then down below, as you can see, we do have industry awards and recognition from the Norwegian Cruise Line, the Carnival, and the Magellan Awards. And I know you're probably thinking, what are the Magellan Awards? Well, think of it as the Emmys and the Grammys, because those are a big deal, right? Well, guess what? The Magellan Awards are the same. So did you know commissions are already built inside your travel bookings? So this is what got me, because what that's saying is if you're already booking travel, basically you're doing the work, but somebody else is getting paid. But we just like to show how you can enjoy the infinite possibilities as a travel business owner, where you can earn 70 to 80% of the commission. You will have a full-fledged at-home agency, state-of-the-art personalized booking portal. You'll be partnered with every major supplier worldwide. You'll have a payment gateway, customer management software, and then a lot of people ask about group trips or individual travel. Here are some examples here. You can do group cruises, corporate and church retreats. I love those because what I see is that once that happens, guess what? They get to come back home to a check, and that can be put back into the church or whatever they have going on. Fraternities and sororities, destination weddings, which are huge, honeymoons and anniversaries, girls trips, guys trips, and so much more. We are a turnkey business where we are provided with customer service and support, on-demand and agent training modules, access to every major supplier worldwide, sales and marketing materials. And what would you have access to? Cruises, vacation packages, tours, car rentals, airline tickets, hotel rooms, resorts, travel insurance, sports and entertainment tickets. It's almost summer, guys. And I know a lot of people like to go to see the sports or either go to the concerts. You can actually book that yourself and get paid for it. Train tickets, vacation rentals, excursions, and activities. So why travel and why now? Well, I always ask, why not now? Because travel is an $8 trillion industry projected to go from 8 to 15 trillion in 10 years. And then of course, we are the #1 research category online. And guess what time that happens? Between the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So what are the most people are doing during those hours, right? Working, because I know I'm definitely guilty of it. So we have the millennials. They are spending $200 billion annually. They don't have a care in the world. If they want to fly and go on a trip, that's what they're going to do, right? And then the baby boomers, they are definitely fueling the growth. Now, our Generation Z, we call them our digital generation jet setters because they're mixing business and leisure, but they're going to places like France, Dubai. They're not even thinking twice. They're just making sure they get up there in those friendly blue skies. So as you can see, I think every one of us have one of these that's on the screen, which is a cell phone. So why not get paid on what people are doing anyway? Almost everyone you know is traveling or they want to travel. So a lot of times people say, how much can I earn? Well, I am so glad you asked. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. So this is a frequent business traveler that will go to your portal 3 times a month for a 3-night hotel stay. The commission would be $151.20. Now, I always tell everybody, we can be in our house cleaning up, find some money, and be like, oh, thank you, Jesus, and be on the first person on Facebook to say, I found me some money. So listen, it may not seem like it's a lot, but it truly is. It's more than what you had, right? And then here's a 5-day golf trip to Scottsdale, Arizona for a group of 4. Now, it doesn't even have to be a golf trip. It could be just a guy's trip, girl's trip, a family trip. And that commission is $274.86. Here's one of my favorites, 7-day honeymoon, all-inclusive resort in Cancun, complete with butler service. Now, we have a saying in the travel industry, if you've never gone butler, you need to start because it's something that you will always want to do. That commission is $561.79. So where are my cruisers at? Matter of fact, where are my individuals who always is the planner? Courtney. This is someone who booked a family reunion, 20 cabins, and their commission was $2,240.17. Now, that's somebody's mortgage, and that's definitely some play money. And I always ask people, what could that take off of your bill for you? So we love having fun, learning and earning, and becoming better educated on travel vendors and industry products. We acquire vendor-specific certifications at our own pace, and then you can advance through each level certification and position yourself for increased earnings. Yes, you can position yourself to earn a raise versus waiting on someone to give you one. And then we like to educate ourselves by experiencing travel from a client perspective on our exclusive InteleTrips. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. I don't know about you guys, but isn't that view amazing? Can you see yourself there in that clear water, just chilling, having your feet in the water, sitting on the side, having a conversation? Listen, that's a 4-night Montego Bay stay, and it was $99 per person. Not per night, but per person. That is amazing. And then here we are back to cruising. So this is a 7-night Royal Caribbean cruise. For those of you that know about cruises, I know that you know that this is one still of a deal. $399 for an ocean view and $559 for a balcony view. So this is my favorite screen of them all, because I don't know where anyone can start a business and have these 3 InteleTrust guarantees. So number 1 is best travel price guarantee. What that means is if you were to book your own self a trip or someone else, and you happen to find that same trip at a lesser price, everything has to match up, apples to apples, oranges to oranges. If we cannot meet or beat that price, then InteleTravel will give you 110% in what they call InteleBucks that you can use towards your next trip. And then number 2, people are able to join this business and test drive it for 30 days. No question. And then let's say when they get to that 30th day, they say, you know what, I've went on those trips like the $99 one. I've stayed plugged in. I've done my training. And I don't think this is for me. All they have to do is pick up the phone, no questions asked, call back, and they get 100% guaranteed money back. And then number 3, unique profit guarantee, which is my very favorite one. When you've been in this business for 12 months, if you have not made or saved the amount that you put into this business, they will pay you the difference. Again, I don't know anywhere where you can start a business and have these 3 guarantees, which are absolutely amazing. And then this, I am going to stop here. This is a second business, and I will just briefly talk about it. Basically, what happens is when you have some, because it's the compensation plan. When you have someone join, what the CEO has done, he wants to make sure that you are able to earn residual income, because we all have residual bills, right? So he set up this amazing plan. Every time someone joins your team, you get an unlimited $50. And then what happens is, let's say Courtney joined my team, I get $50, but then someone else joins Courtney's team. Courtney gets $50, but then I get a 25% match. The reason being is because what Donald Bradley said is, if it had not been for Cameron introducing us to Courtney, we wouldn't know her. So they're always making sure that they reward us for things. And I like bringing that up because a lot of times people think that we're getting paid, stop sharing, that we're getting paid off of someone else, and we're actually not. So what happens is when you get paid that 70%, InteleTravel keeps 30%, and they decided, you know what, again, if it wasn't for XYZ introducing ABC, you know, then we wouldn't know them. So they're willing to keep 20% only, and then the other individual gets to keep that 10%. So that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you letting me share. And Courtney, thank you for the invite.
You're welcome. Awesome.
Well, thank you. Do you have any questions? Anyone have questions of Cameron?
I know I definitely need a travel booking, so I will be in touch. Time to go back to Cali, so I will let you know.
To that point, Cameron, how can people get in touch with you?
Right, I was just getting ready to ask that question.
I can via email or even on my website.
Can you put the link to your website in the chat, please?
Absolutely.
And a phone number.
So Cameron, can you talk a little bit about, I know a lot of people like to take group trips, especially the ladies, and guys need to do them just as well. Can you give us some examples of good girl trip prices and where to go, and what's the best time to book them and to actually travel?
Those are good questions. You know, it all depends on the individuals as far as location, because I do group bookings in states and out of the country. So it really just depends on exactly what it is that they want. And again, that determination helps me to decide for example, what type of activities I can share with them that they can do, excursions, because I'm the type, if you're going somewhere, I always like for everyone to be able to save a buck. So if you're going somewhere in the States and, you know, I always research to make sure, what do they have there that is possibly something that they can do for free, right? Versus having to spend a lot of money. I also look at places as far as hotels that maybe if you stay there, you get a free breakfast or a free lunch, just anything to be able to improvise, because the all-inclusives, unfortunately, are out of the country, right? We're hoping that changes, but they're all out of the country but that's the way I do love to travel, just because once you pay your trip off, then, you know, you just get to go. You don't have to worry about anything else. I always say plan in advance, and that's just because that gives you an opportunity to pay on your trip. And again, we say pay once a month, but actually you really don't have to. You just have to make sure that your trip is paid in full by the deadline that is given to you. So you always, like, for example, I'm already booking for 2024. The flights aren't out yet, but people are recognizing great deals. So they're like, go ahead and get my resort or hotel, and I can worry about getting the flight at a later date.
Yeah, Cameron, I had a destination wedding. My son got married last year, and a group of us went to Jamaica. So as you're telling me about this, and I saw a picture of Jamaica there, just brought back memories. But
Oh, yeah.
they truly set everything up, from the plane trip to the motel to just everything. So I was hesitant, but I am so blessed that I went and had a wonderful time.
Great.
So,
I love
you're
it.
so right about that. You're so right about that. It all depends. They met the needs, the booking agency for the group of us that flew to Jamaica and for the destination wedding. So that was something. Thank you for showing that picture. I thought I was in the water there for a minute.
I know, right? And thank you for sharing.
Hi, Cameron. This is Brandy
Hi.
Miller. Great to
Hi,
see
Brandy.
you again.
You too.
Question, what is your favorite in-state place that you've traveled and your favorite out of the country place?
In-state, I really don't have one. The first two that came to mind when you asked me was San Diego and Atlanta. And then out of the country, it's a toss-up because I do love Jamaica. So I'm a Jamaica specialist, but I went to Carousel last year for my birthday, and it was absolutely amazing. And again, I didn't know where Carousel was at. I came across it and I'm like, this is beautiful. Yeah, those are my top ones.
And also, I guess I'm asked about more like safety. So, and part of your training, because I know there's some Americans that are getting taken in certain places and issues you see that pop up on the news. What kind of safety precautions do you recommend, or do you know, like at different times, like, yeah, this is not a good place to go right now. You should avoid going to this particular place. Maybe you can go here instead.
Yep, those are good questions. I definitely researched that as well. Always suggest that if you are going off of the resort, you go as a group, and that's just really honestly more so for excursions. And then we have, like, for example, we have a business partner in Jamaica that just happens to be a tour guide. So we use certain people in certain locations. That way we just don't have to pick anyone. You know, we have someone that we actually work with. A real good working relationship, I guess I should say. Good question.
So Cameron, have you ever planned any trips to like Africa?
Yes, ma'am. One time I had someone ask me, and I think I probably was in it for 30 days, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do about this? But it was a great experience to be able to do that for them.
Okay. So how long have you been in your business? I think you probably have said that and I missed it. But
That's
how long
okay.
have you been in your business?
It's been a little over 4 years.
Okay. And what have you found to be your most success? You know, I know you talked about several businesses there, and which one do you feel like you have been, you know, either most successful or it's moving a lot quicker than the other, or which one do you feel most pleased about?
You know, the first thing I wanted to say was both, but if I really had to choose one, it goes back to what I had mentioned earlier, as far as we have residual bills, we all should have residual income. I'm blown away by both, just because usually when you think about a travel agent, you think about you have to book other people's travel in order to get paid. But I have people on my team that they only book travel for themselves. They won't deal with other people. Guess what? They don't have to, you know, and I just think that is absolutely amazing. It's like, where can you book your own travel and get paid for it? So I was blown away by that. And honestly, when I first joined, that was my main focus, to the point where they were pouring into me, sharing other things, but I really didn't hear them because, again, that was my focus. And what really changed it all for me is 9 months later, I went to convention. All of these things started happening and people were going across the stage and telling testimonials. There was a lady on stage and she said, my husband passed away 3 to 4 months ago. She said, if it wasn't for this business, there's no way we would have made it. Thank you, Donna Bradley, for allowing us to still maintain his income. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I started listening more and I thought, I think they mentioned something to me about this before. I just wasn't listening. So what that is when you end up building a team and you get to 100, there is a pledge that he created, which is a legal binding document that says, in the event of your death, every single dime that you have earned monthly will continue to go to your family. And I sat there and I thought, you got to be kidding me, because here I am busting my butt at a full-time job. And if something happens to me, my family's going to get paid one time. But you're saying that every single month they will continue to get my income. So that was my changing moment, because I took the mindset off of, ooh, I just get to get paid I get to get paid traveling, right? And not only did that change my mind as far as leaving my family a legacy, but I'm able to also help others in this amazing business opportunity. I just had someone call me crying the other day because she saw her paycheck. And she said she just never thought in a million years she would have that much money. So it just does my heart good because I love helping people. And again, I know a lot of times people will say, well, what are you charging, Cameron? I'm not charging anything, because I said, like, it was 6 years ago and I'm in my 50s that I actually started traveling. So my joy comes from seeing other people travel. You know, people tip me, but as far as do I expect a payment? No, I do not.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions, ladies? This has been really interesting. And I know I love to travel. Well, Cameron, we want to thank you for joining us, and we thank Courtney for introducing you to us. And so we wish you a lot of success, much more success with your businesses. And so thank you again.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, Courtney, what do you have for us next month?
I'm trying to find us somewhere to physically go into a location. So I will hopefully have something at least by the beginning of next week, because we want to go outside now because we're going to be in better weather.
Yes, it is. It's getting beautiful outside. You're right.
Scrap the winter, scrap the rain. So I'm working on trying to find a couple of individuals for the next couple of months where we can actually go and meet in person and have refreshments and all of that. So stay tuned for that. I will have that secured soon.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to getting that information from you. And so we sure appreciate you lining this up for us. Ladies, do you have any other questions or any other comments or announcements before we we adjourn. Well, okay. Well, appreciate you all, and you all have a blessed rest of the day, and we will see you again next month. And we'll look forward to hearing from you, Courtney.
All right. Have a good night,
Okay.
ladies. Have a good rest of the week.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Uh-oh.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.